and you can hear me. I'm in a hotel, it's noisy background stuff. We'll take you on a little tour in a minute. This is the Hilton Hotel, live from Shenzhen, China. Very spangly. Right, as I say, hopefully you can hear me, but I'm going to speak up as loud as I can. Since I did the last video, which I was pretty grumpy, but that's me anyway. But I felt the game world was turning vanilla, was going a bit sterile. We had a few core good people posting, but it was going a bit, it was drifting. Since that last video, I've gone over the squad cap, so that's the first thing. So I want to apologise to the game world. You might ask, well, how does that happen? Well, I have two categories. I have the first team, the youth team. The youth team don't really get played. It's all about the it's all about the first team. So when I'm clicking on my squad, oh, Ian, can you hear me, by the way? Am I coming across? Can you hear me? Can you give me a nod that you can hear me? So when I've got my screen up of my team, I've got 17 players, whatever. Obviously I know I've got a youth team, but sometimes subconsciously that's at the back of your mind. Now, like it or not, I've moved abroad, I've started a new job, I've also created a game world recently, I've been helping Billy with another game world, and mistakes happen. It's not cheating, it's not taking the piss, as Niall Nobody said in the newsfeed. It's a mistake, and that was not helpful what he said. So me and him had words in the Facebook group. As for the other lads and them going over, I've no idea, I can't speak for them. What I can say is I've gone over a few times now in game worlds, and it's just, I'm a bit absent-minded. I forget things. It's always been that way, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to rectify it as well, and I'll come on to that in a minute. What I was going to say was, there are a few clubs gone over, and I'm sure they'll do the right thing in due course. Every game world I'm in, I'm passionate about having a strict squad cap. Passionate. Anyone who knows me, it's one of the crucial parts of a game world. So there's no way I want to be over it, and yeah, I'm embarrassed. So I apologise profusely. And then obviously we had Hammer add words with me in the Facebook group. We've privately sorted it out. Hammer and I go back some way, and I love Hammer, you know. So we have words every now and then, but he's passionate. He felt there was something. He cares. His passion came out. I care, and we had words in the Facebook group, and that's been resolved. You'll have to wait and see whether Hammer makes a return, because Hammer is gold for game worlds, and we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose personalities like that. As for the Falkirk boss leaving and the Arsenal boss leaving, that's you know, that's just one of those things. And just looking at someone. Anyway, so where was I? All right. Yeah, I'm just doing a live video. Yeah, don't mind me. Yeah, I'm here. Look. Yeah. Yeah. Is that all right? You're live on YouTube. Yeah. Cheers. There you go. Where's she gone? Oh, that's in chairs. Where is she? Right. Live for one. What does that mean, live for one? Live for one? What does that mean, Ian? Can you hear me, Ian? Anyway, I don't know if the connection's good. So, went over the squad cap, and apologies for that. Now, where were we? Since I left, so the Arsenal manager's quit. He hasn't been very active lately, and he got beat 6-1 at Southampton. That's cause for anyone quitting Arsenal, I think. Personally, I was quite happy to see him stay on at Arsenal, given my feelings towards Arsenal. Falkirk's gone, so be it. We've got a strong waiting list. Oh, cheers, Ian. We've got a strong waiting list, and we will. We're just going to get better and better. Obviously, I had a bit of a pop at If. Nothing personal. He's a good guy, and within what, an hour of that going out, a couple of hours, he's quit the game world. He's quit SM. Not because I've pissed him off, but because he knew. He said it himself, his heart's not in it. He's got other things going on in real life, and that's it. Fair enough, in a nutshell. And you know, it's a game, and if you've got other things going on, I've had it in the past, and I've quit SM. Not a problem, but you know, it's better that people that are passionate have a game world owner that is putting it in. So Iv went, and then it was basically, we need someone to come in, and James stepped up to the plate, and James Murray is now the game world owner of TFSL. And I think that's going to be a good move, and I welcome James. I know he's passionate. He's his own man. He doesn't get easily influenced. He doesn't really get swayed by too much outside external. So he's gonna make the game world in his own. He's got some ideas. He's got some good people lined up to come in as well. And since then, I've been appointed head of recruitment, which is nice because I've done that before for NWO, TFF. I've helped out, and I've helped out with MYT, and I've made some nice friends in SM circles, and I'll continue to do that. I've also pissed off a few people, but you know, you can't win them all, and there you go. So since that's all happened since then, it looks like, oh, welcome to Nick Justice. Nick's an SM legend. I know Nick personally, and I'm happy he's in. He's taken over Ross County. Gareth's gone to Forest. Now the Arsenal job's up for grabs. Loads of you have gone for it. I've got to be honest, right? This isn't anything personal, right? There isn't anything personal about anything I say to any of you, right? Because it is a game. But this is how I genuinely feel. It truly makes me laugh when managers, bottom 3, bottom 4, whatever, or mid-table of a team, never posted in their life, never contributed to the active side of it. The team's doing shite, and a big 6 team comes up and they apply for it. I think, what a bloody cheek, what a nerve, brass balls and all that. Seriously, sort your house out before you start looking elsewhere. Looking at that list, for me, there's a couple of standout managers, and you know, it's just my opinion. But I don't think personally you can take over a big 6 club when you're in Division 4 or even Division 3, in my opinion. It doesn't matter about, for example, you can have a manager in Division 4 who's a better manager than a Division 1 manager in SM, I get that. But it just doesn't make sense in my eyes to have a Division 4 manager go to a big 6 club. I think it should be going to a Division 1 or Division 2 team performing well. And off the top of my head, I would be looking at Ross at Newcastle. I'd be looking at Anthony Roach at Huddersfield. I would be looking at Mick Oldfield at Fulham. They're the sort of people I would be looking at as contenders for that Arsenal post. Then there are some other good managers who have applied but have never said a dicky bird. And then there are other managers that are active but aren't particularly pulling up trees with their team. So that's where I stand on that. But it will be James who makes that announcement, who gets that Arsenal job. And who knows what he's going to decide. Where are we? So that leads us up to all the managerial changes, the game world owners already. Just a couple of things. There's been a couple of moans, complaints. James has come out and said he's not going to punish anyone over the Squad Cup ban. Well, here's what I'm going to do as Crusaders boss, right? My team is, we've got 41k in the bank, and when we play away next week, we're going to be in debt. So this is how I feel. We've gone to 34 players. I'm going to sell all my players that are over 21 that I can when the TB comes up, and so I'll be left with 3 oldies because they're retiring and I can't get rid of them, and I'll have my 3 loans, and then the rest are going to be a youth team. And for 2 reasons. A, I can see where this is going to end up for Crusaders. We could possibly, we'll probably go all the way to 38 games, probably just miss out, make the playoffs, lose there, and then we're going to be in real trouble next season. You know, I've got a feeling that we're going to, I already said before the Burton game we're going to start dropping points, and we did, we lost. Now we got Derry. I can see us falling down a little bit, and I don't want to go hell for leather with a load of oldies just to try and get promotion. So I'm going to take a very, very long-term approach. I'm not in this game well to manage big clubs, so we're going to try and do the right thing where Crusaders are concerned, and we're going to change tack. It's probably going to cost us. It's definitely going to cost us a top 2, and it will probably cost us a playoff spot. But we'll have to see. Who knows? But that's what we're going to do. I'll get the wage bill down, and we'll start making a bit of money. And it's a complete change of direction. But we're just too small a club to be paying out wages on players that are 39 and 40. It's been fun winning a few games, but it's just not sustainable. So I've made that decision, and it wouldn't feel good if I in any way there was any suggestion that I've got promoted and done it in an underhand way. So I'll be doing that, and that's it really. And I just want to wish James all the best and get behind him, support him. 1 or 2 of you moan, whinge and all the rest of it, but the majority of you are really good lads. Managing a game world isn't easy. People leave, you've got to replace them. Somebody breaks the rules, people jump on the bandwagon, and as an owner you've got to be seen to be acting all the time, and it's impossible to keep everybody happy. So what I say to you lot is, if you enjoy TFSL, then embrace it. Accept that not every decision James makes you're going to agree with, but go along with it, okay, for the greater cause. Because TFSL is a fantastic game world, and it's going to get a lot better. And one last thing I want to say to all of you that have made a really positive response since my last video. As I say, it's never personal, and I think that the response has been amazing. The people that watch the video, the people that put stuff out on Facebook, the news feed has been buzzing, it's been alive. There's been a couple of Barneys in the Facebook group. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying that's what's been happening. But do you know what? There's like a heartbeat there. It's throbbing. There's something going. There's a pulse, and there's passion again. I want to see it. This game was turning into like a Vicar's tea party, and that ain't for me. I can't stand by and just watch that. You know, this is not a monk's hangout. So we've got passionate people in here. We care about it. It's a game world, and let's make it the very, very best we can. And looking at the calibre on the waiting list as well, this game world's only going to get better. And that's it, guys. And I can't wait to get a laptop, because as soon as I get a laptop, the panel show is coming back. In the meantime, if a couple of other lads want to do a panel show and get it going, brilliant. But we are going to make this game world interactive. One guy spoke to me tonight. I'll leave his name out of the conversation, but he said, Rob, when you did this game world, you said it was going to be a chilled out game world and there was no pressure to be interactive. And I said, yeah, that's true. I said, yeah, that's true. But there is a happy medium. And I never ever said, never post in the news feed, don't log on for 6 days, which is what a couple of managers are. That won't be tolerated. There's no pressure to do YouTube videos or even join the Facebook group. But the bare minimum, like take part in the news feed, leave a comment or two, you know, get involved. And as I stand by what I said, we've got about 20 ghosts in this game world. And not for me, not for me. I don't care how long someone's been playing Soccer Manager, it's all about the here and now. So when somebody says I've been playing 10 years, that means absolutely sweet FA to me. Right, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to cut it there, leave it there. All the best to everybody. Let's get some more videos out if you're that way inclined. Let's keep the Facebook posts coming, and let's keep that news feed really, really busy. And I will try and do a weekly video talking about the results and previewing games. Possibly I'll be able to get involved with something with Cam. Well done to Cam and Hammer, who did that vid the other day. That was great seeing them back in action. Obviously Hammer then left, but he will be back, I can assure you. Right, all the best guys, see you later.